Hi, I'm Risha Walden. I am with Walden Interiors, the leading expert in vegan interior design. And I want to talk today about hardware. Now, hardware is the jewelry that goes on cabinetry, doors, and windows. And if you like jewelry, I do, I like fun, funky things, you're gonna like this because selecting hardware is like selecting the jewelry. So what do I mean by hardware? I'm talking about the poles, the knobs, the doorknobs, the locks, any kind of piece that sits on the door. Could be hinges, it could be a knocker on a door, it could be a doorbell, the handles for sliding doors. There's lots of places in our homes where we have hardware, where we use hardware, and it is a functional aspect of cabinetries and doors and windows. So on top of it looking great, it's got a function. So the first thing I'm going to address is finish. The finish is the color or the material that the hardware is made from. And that could be gold, bronze, silver, polished, shiny, brushed, antiqued, they're distressed. There's lots of finishes, and usually when you're looking at a line of hardware, the style of the hardware will come in a number of different finishes, and that will allow you to pick something that will work in your space. Now, I don't like it when all the metal and everything coordinates, like everything is blue or everything is gold. We're way more multifaceted than one single idea. So here with hardware, it's a great opportunity to bring in some dimension and some texture and some interest and accents, because this is a jewelry. This is like fun, shiny bauble stuff that we have in our homes. So don't get set on all the pieces of hardware having to be matching. They can coordinate, they can complement. And it's really about pulling it together with the colors and the style that you have. So that brings me to style, or the design of the hardware. There's lots of styles in hardware: classic, sophisticated, country, funky, fun, eccentric, sexy, you name it. There is a plethora of styles and design in hardware. So decide where you're creating your kitchen, how that fits in, what look, what feel, what style of home, I said kitchen, but I meant home, or of the room, are you looking to create? And the style of the design should enhance that look that you want. A good example would be if you're down at the shore and you have a beach home and you really want to feel like you're down at the beach, you can get a little metal seashell as a knob for cabinetry, or nautical theme with a ceramic little sailboat on it. There's lots of options. So don't just think that you have to go with something plain and fancy, or maybe you really want a modern look, so you want something very streamlined, very horizontal and thin. That would be the second the second aspect of hardware that you need to think about and make a decision. And then the size or the scale. What we use on a little cutlery drawer would be very different than what we would use on a refrigerator, if the refrigerator had a panel, or for a very large door, or a pull-out for a trash. Those larger pieces require a larger piece of hardware on it, not only because for scale size, but also for functionality. I'm going to talk about functionality in a minute. So when we're talking about scale, we want to make sure that the pieces that we choose are not just one size fits all. That's not how it works. Think that when you're talking about size and for scale, that maybe larger doors or drawers going to require maybe 1 or 2 pieces of hardware that are larger, that fit into the size of the piece that you're putting it on. Now, that being said, you don't have to have everything matching. You can have knobs and pulls in a kitchen. You could have 3 different knobs in a kitchen. In fact, I would recommend you trying to pull together 2 or 3 choices of hardware for your kitchen. Give it interest, give it a dimension, give it some character. This is a great opportunity, as I said before, to put some little pieces of jewelry on here. So functionality, that leads into the size, because when we're talking about a very large door, you're going to need a larger handle for leverage, pulling out the trash. When it gets heavy, you want something that you can actually grip and you can pull. So in that case, I definitely don't recommend a knob, a little 2-inch knob or 1.5-inch knob. That's not going to work. You're going to be frustrated, because our homes are supposed to work for us. They're supposed to be easy to use so that when we're in it, it's helping us recuperate and feel good. So really think about the piece that you're going to be touching and holding. Is it going to work for that fridge, that trash, that door? Is it going to work for that? Is it going to allow you enough leverage? And watch out that it's not sharp or it has corners that when you grab it, it's going to catch you. That can be really, really uncomfortable, and you start not wanting to use those pieces that have that kind of hardware on. So those are just a few things about hardware. Now, if you're vegan like me, fortunately hardware has so many options that are vegan, because there's a lot of metal used in hardware and there's a lot of ceramic. I'm trying to think, but they also do use leather or shells, bone, horn. There are those animal products that are used in hardware. So it's just a matter of making sure, if you're looking to create a cruelty-free home, one that is without animal products, that the hardware that you select doesn't utilize any of those animal products. And usually it's quite apparent from looking at the hardware that they haven't used any animal products. So that's one way to start creating a cruelty-free home, is through choices that don't have any animal product in it. Well, I hope this is helpful. If you like this video, please share it, or put your comments below. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm always here to help. This is Risha Walden with Walden Interiors. Have a great day.